Hi guys, welcome back to hairdryer treatment. Sorry I'm slightly late, I know I said about past. Yeah, just running a bit behind time, but big game today for United. We all know we want to get back into that top four. We're away at Craven Cottage against Fulham. Fulham, a team who have been struggling in the Premier League. Ranieri has obviously taken over, and I'm fully expecting a big performance from United today. I think we've been a bit subdued over the last few weeks. Yes, we've got the results, but we haven't really played as free-flowing as we first started again under Solskjaer. So I think personally, I'm expecting us to bang a few goals in today. I think they're a bit shaky at the back. I'm still not 100% confident that we won't concede though, because I think Mitrovic will be a handful for Phil Jones, the GOAT, as he just commented there. Obviously, I've called this video Phil Jones, the United legend. That is complete sarcasm. He has just signed another new deal at United. He's going to stay at the club forever, it seems. You can't seem to get rid of him. I'm hoping it's just so we do get some kind of feedback for him and we can sell him in the summer. Hopefully we're still going to strengthen our centre-backs. Koulibaly would be my ideal choice, of course. But, yeah, I think, looking at today's game, I do think Jones will start. Obviously, there's a few players who haven't travelled with the squad. There's a few players who have. I'm hearing Chong has travelled, which is exciting news for us. But I'm expecting us to beat them. I do still think we'll concede. And I'm going to say maybe a 4-1 win to United today. That's what I predict. Let me know what you guys think. I love your show. How's the injury going? Injury's seeming okay. If you do not know, I did do my ankle ligaments 2 weeks ago. I still played on it though. Because we had a top of the table clash the other week and I scored, which is good. But I did play with an injury. I trained for the first time in a few weeks on Thursday and it's feeling much better, so I am playing in tomorrow's game as well. So thanks for asking, but yeah, it's looking positive. But today's all about United. We need to win. We need to win in style, I think, as well today. Majestic just said, you can't really believe that Phil Jones is a legend. He's going to be Maldini under Solskjaer. I've already said this. No, complete sarcasm, of course it is. I do expect him to start today, which is why I'm thinking that we will concede still. I think Mitrovic is decent, to be honest, up front, and I think he's a physical battle, and I think we'll struggle against him. So I think we'll concede, but I'm expecting us to bang in plenty of goals today. I'm expecting this man to bag a few goals as well. Rashford is on fire at the minute. And like I said, we haven't been as free-flowing of late. We've been a bit subdued. We've still been getting the results. We've been getting away with it. But I haven't been as impressed with how we've been playing, and I'm hoping today we get back to our best. Can't believe that Phil Jones gave him a new contract. Why, says Neil. I'm hoping it's so that we can get some money back for him in the summer and we can sell him and strengthen with the likes of Koulibaly. That's what I'm hoping for. I would hate to think that he's going to be our #1 choice. Don't get me wrong, under Solskjaer he's been a lot better, but we already know he's got a lot of mistakes in his locker. He's always prone to make a mistake, and I'm never 100% confident with him at the back, which is why I still think we'll concede. Even today against Fulham, arguably one of the poorest teams in the league right now, and I still don't feel confident with Phil Jones at the back, and it shouldn't be that way at all. But it is. How can I contact? Do you have an email? I have some United photos to send to you. I do have an email. It's hairdrytreatmentyt@gmail.com. People's obsession and hyping of Koulibaly continues. He's a good defender, but he's a risk at 100 million. 100 million is a massive risk, of course. It's absolutely stupid money. One thing I'll say is who realistically is out there now. I don't want to rely on Phil Jones, and I think it is sheer desperation on my part that I do not want Phil Jones to be our #1 centre-back. We need a new right back, says Neil. Completely agree. Ashley Young, another one who's had another contract. I'm hoping though, he's a leader in the dressing room, Ashley Young. He has been a good servant to United. I do think he is past it now, but again, I'm hoping that we've got a contract for him because he is the leader in the dressing room, not because he's going to be our #1 right back, because we definitely need to strengthen in that area. And let's face it, he's not a right back, is he? He's a winger and he's been doing a job, you should say, at right back. Defensively, he always gets caught out, but he's not a right back. I ordered a Manchester United shirt and my badge is hard like a Sodan one, if you get what I'm saying, Soph. This is Sodan one as well. This is exactly the same. Don't know if it looks different to yours, but this is Sodan, so you should be okay. If I could delete Phil Jones from FIFA, I would do it for sure in a heartbeat. I hope Ollie gets a job. He's our hero as a player, and I hope he gets the United job. I think it depends on that top 4 spot, if he gets a job or not. Like I've said, in the last few weeks, I know we've been getting the results, but like Burnley, we got lucky to get that draw, let's face it. I know we did pepper their goal a little bit, and they did get lucky here to making some mad saves. But I think all in all, if you look at it, we didn't really create as much as we did against the likes of Cardiff. We weren't as free-flowing, and obviously, again, last week against Leicester, I thought we were really poor in that game. We got the result, which is a sign of a good team where you're not playing well and you're still getting the results. However, I wasn't blown away, boys, and I'm expecting today for us to bounce back and get back into the swing of things, back into attacking and be more fluid going forwards. What is the shirt sales with Jones on back? Is not, yeah. I've never actually seen anybody with a Phil Jones shirt, I don't think I've ever seen like on the websites or anything like that a Phil Jones shirt as well, so I'd be very surprised if anyone's actually got one, other than maybe his family. That's the only people who may buy one. Who do you want to replace Matic at CDM? Kante would be my ideal choice, but that's not going to happen. I don't know really. I don't know. We do need to replace him, but there's not many Matic style players out there really, is there? I mean, if you think of most of the CDMs now in football, there's not really many players like him. Who would you like to see put in that position? What's your score prediction? 4-1 to United was my score prediction. I'm going to go and move on to the goal scorers in a minute. I do expect Rashford to bag. I'm hoping Martial bags as well. He looked a bit sloppy when he came on the other day, so Martial hopefully get back into it as well. I think he's got more than enough to trouble their defence. So yeah, I'm going to go with Martial to score, Rashford to get 2, and Ander Herrera to bag a goal, because I absolutely love Ander Herrera, and I think he's absolute quality. Phil Jones' mum wears a Lindelof shirt. I have Phil Jones, I put it under the fridge to cover up the leaking water. Hopefully we can keep a clean sheet too. With Phil Jones there, I'm never fully confident that we're going to get a clean sheet, to be honest with you. I never think we will, and that's because he's a liability. I would love to see Rojo play ahead of Jones. Rojo's another one though, he's quite rash, isn't he? And I do like how he's wholehearted. I do like how he puts himself about. He's got that bit of grit and that bit of desire, but he's also liable to make mistakes, and that's why we need to strengthen. Eric Boyer was meant to be the answer, and again, he hasn't really proved it. He has been fantastic. Don't get me wrong. Last few games when he played, like against Arsenal, I thought he was superb, and he gets dropped again. He can't seem to nail down that spot, and that tells me that he's not very consistent. So, yeah, I'm a bit undecided on Boyer still. I do think he's got the potential, but he's not the answer, and that's why I think we need to strengthen in the summer. Koulibaly is the one that I said, but like mentioned earlier, the price tag is absolutely ridiculous. Viewing from Melbourne, Australia, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're doing very, very well. Hopefully the weather is a lot better where you are than it is here at the moment, because it's absolutely tipping it down. Yeah, some inappropriate comments, I'm just going to ignore them because it's just pathetic. He will be blocked, so don't you worry about that. But I'm going to focus on the football. So, United, we need to get out of the blocks today. I said the same against Leicester. To be fair, we were out of the blocks, but then we just seemed to get sloppy and we seemed to drop off, and that's why we struggled. We played into their hands, and I think we need to attack Fulham today. We've definitely got plenty going forwards to beat them and to annihilate them going forwards. So I think if we attack and we are quick at the blocks, then we could put this game to bed in the first half realistically, and that's what we need to do. I think we need to be positive. And one thing I want us to do as well is when we score goals, when we attack, don't just drop off, like don't sit back and then encourage that pressure. Just keep persisting with it, keep going at them, because I want to see us bag a lot of goals, because we've definitely got the players to do it. We should be buzzing with confidence after our recent results. And yeah, Majestic's asking me to show my name on the top. I haven't got a name on this top, it's just a blank, boring one. So yeah, I haven't got a name on this top. I think I do want a Rashford top at some point, but you know what? I am a massive jinx whenever it gets with names on my top. I'm a massive jinx. I had Di Maria on the top and he got sold. Like, I'm a really, really big jinx. Hello from Russia. Wow. Thank you for tuning in. Again, really, really appreciate it. This is the kind of game that Fulham will try to hit us early. Yeah, look, I always say, like, Fulham, one of the worst teams in the league, but guarantee that always, when you're playing against United, teams up their game to another level, regardless of who they are. They step up their game against United, of course they do. Everyone wants to beat United, so yes, Fulham are very, very weak, but they're going to want this today, they're going to be up for it, which is why we need to start fast, because we've got more than enough quality. Realistically, if you're looking at the 1v1 battles, other than Phil Jones' battle obviously, we should be better than them. And so, yeah, I think we should beat them, but we can't be complacent. I think that's the way I'm going to sum this up. People are saying an easy 5-0. I hope you're right, but people were saying 7-0 against Leicester, and look how that turned out. We can't be too complacent with this one. Hopefully that was a bit of a wake-up call. And yeah, fingers crossed. Neil said, who is your favourite player? Yours is Paul Scholes. Snap, Paul Scholes was the reason why I got into football in the first place, I think. Absolute idol for me. Superb player. Could never tackle, which makes me laugh, but absolute quality. Should have played for England a lot more as well. But yeah, definitely Paul Scholes is my favourite ever player. 2-0 win, good prediction. Would you like to see Rakitic at the club? I do really rate Rakitic, but he seems to have gone off the radar a little bit of late. Talk of United in talks with Costa from Juventus. See, I always said I want Memphis back, and people said his attitude isn't right. And I think Costa is a very similar vein there. Like, he hasn't got a very good attitude, apparently. There's a lot of issues there. Potentially, like, if you're looking at his ability, then yeah, I think he'd be absolutely superb. He's rapid, very good dribbler, scores a lot of goals. But I think attitude-wise, there's question marks. And if people are going to say that about Memphis, then surely you've got to ask the same about Douglas Costa as well. New Zealand, hi, hope you're good. Varane, Madrid would make it difficult though. Varane I wanted a few years back, I think it was when Van Gaal was in charge, and they said that we were in talks with him, and I was absolutely buzzing because I think he's a great defender and he would definitely strengthen our back four, but I just can't see that happening. I can't see Madrid letting him go to us. However, I would love that to happen. I agree, Memphis is a good player, so for maybe he's matured a bit more, would love to see him back. I would love to see him back at United. People say don't go back in the past, but I think that his attitude has changed. He's had a lot more experience in his game now. Not only is he tearing it up in the French league, which I know he's playing against a lot of farmers, you could say, but even internationally and in the Champions League as well, he's been very impressive, and I would love to see him back at United, but I'm not sure that deal would actually happen. Toronto, Canada, thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you're good. I hope we start our best team and win early on, score big, and the second half we rest some players. Exactly, I want to get it out of the way quickly. I want to see Chong getting some game time today in the Premier League as well. I would love that. I'm not saying he should start, but I would love him to get more minutes because I need to see a bit more of Chong. We saw him briefly, obviously in the cup game, but I want to see more of him. Sharpie says he's trying not to laugh at the title. That was the point of it. I don't really think he's a legend. It's pure sarcasm. Don't you worry about that. But he will get like loads and loads of games at United still, and he probably will be classed as a legend, which is funny, isn't it? That standard of player, absolutely shocking. But yeah, will Greenwood play this season? Thoughts, Sophie? I would like to think that he would have already been given a shot by now, to be honest, because he's banging in goals for fun. He's impressing me week in, week out, and like I say, all of his goals are different types of goals as well. He's definitely got a lot of talent. I want him to kind of get dropped in at the deep end, a bit like Rashford did, and then I would love to see him play this season. Maybe towards the end of the season, like we did before, where we always introduce a new youth player. Maybe he'll get his shot then. But definitely he's one for the future, and I just hope we don't lose him after a lack of game time, because I think he's good enough. What can the logic be behind handing Phil Jones a contract? Because he's going to be Maldini under Solskjaer. Joking. I'm hoping it's so we get a bit of money for him in the summer. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping it's not because they actually do truly believe that he's the answer to our centre-back problems, because he's not. We need to get rid of this deadwood. I agree, we completely do. At the minute we seem to be giving all our deadwood a new contract, which is worrying. I think United will take Leicester's soul in the summer, Harry Maguire and Ndidi incoming. Ndidi I'm not too sure is good enough. I don't know, I think it's a bit of a beat at Kante, to be honest with you. Wan-Bissaka, on the other hand, as Carl just mentioned, I think he's very talented, and he's someone I would like to see at United. He does need a lot more coaching, don't get me wrong, but his pace and his attributes is something that a top club could really benefit from, and I hope that top club is us. I think he will be one for the future. We should sell Lukaku while we can, still get books for him. No comment on that one, because people seem to think I've got an agenda against him. I hope it worked for Lukaku at United. I can't see him fitting in at this current moment, but I hope it works for him. That's all I'm going to say on that. The raw talent that he possesses, definitely on Wan-Bissaka there. Scott says Lukaku out. Sancho is another one I'll be looking at if I was a United scout, because he's getting better and better as well. Even Arsenal would not take Jones. Now that's worrying, isn't it? Even Arsenal would not take Jones. Sophie did think he was leaving this summer. Time for him to go now. Do you think De Gea will sign? I do actually, yeah. I think we're in a good moment now as a club. If we get top four especially, I think he will. I think that the guy loves United. He must love United to stay with us for as long as he has, to be honest. He's been our saviour, hasn't he? So fingers crossed he does. Ryan thinks we'll sign Mbappe in the future. Imagine Mbappe and Rashford going forwards though. Absolutely ridiculous. That pace is frightening, isn't it? I love the idea of that. Who do I want to see in the summer? Koulibaly, I've already said I want to see. I do think we need a right back. maybe Cancelo or someone like that at right back. Lukaku, I've just said I don't know if he'll make it at United, so if I do sell him, I would like to see another forward coming in. Mbappe I would love, but I don't know if that's actually going to happen. But of course I would love that to happen. So yeah, at the minute I want us to strengthen the weak areas. Look for glamorous players after that, but I think at the minute we need to strengthen. And centre back, right back, and CDM are definitely the priorities, I think, at the moment. And people are going on about the contracts at the minute. Someone just said, Darmian will probably get a contract next. Good morning, Sally, I hope you're good. But in terms of the contract, let's not forget that Martial has just got a contract as well. I think this Phil Jones and Ashley Young contracts kind of overshadowed the positive contract that we've actually nailed down at the minute. So I think we've got Martial, which is fantastic. Now we just need to get David De Gea for sure. But yeah, let's focus on the positive and not the negatives. And I'm hoping that the reason for that contract is so we can get a bit of money back for him. If Rojo is a backup centre-back, I am not opposed. Yeah, Rojo doesn't seem to get a look in though, does he? Sophie, will you go to the Phil Jones testimonial? No, I won't go to that. Cancelo won't leave Juve. Florenzi, Smedo will be good fits. Yeah, good shouts. All better than Ashley Young and definitely better than Antonio Valencia. Definitely. Scott enjoyed the game as well. Fingers crossed that we get the positive result that we're all anticipating today. The board are showing no forward thinking for the club. I kind of disagree with that though. I think getting Solskjaer in was positive thinking from the club. I think Martial's contract was positive thinking from the club as well. Yes, don't get me wrong, Jones and Young are a bit of a downer, but I'm hoping that it's all... They've got a kind of plan. I'm hoping that it's not because they think they're going to be the answer. Do you think Fred's going to be our CDM fix? I'm really worried about Fred's situation. Apparently he's not travelled again today. Can't even get on the bench against Fulham. So for me, £50 million, there's a big question mark there on maybe the scouts or... Yeah, I don't know. Did we just get him because City wanted him? Because he doesn't seem to fit in. When he has played, he hasn't blown me away, I must say. I do think he needs a bit more game time. He obviously has got potential. He's obviously got ability, but I've just not seen that yet. So, yeah, I'm a bit worried about Fred's situation at United at the minute, but fingers crossed that he can play well and he can impress us if he's given the chance to. The fact that he's not being given the chances though tells me that something's not quite right there. All eyes at the wheel, tell me how good does it feel exactly, and I'm looking forward to hearing that chant throughout the game today. But yeah, there's my preview. 4-1 is my prediction. I've already said I think Martial will score, Rashford will bag 2, and I've gone for a Herrera goal as well. Hoping Pogba bosses Seri in the middle, and we see another dominating performance from him as well. But all in all, feeling positive, not 100% confident we're going to get a clean sheet because Mitrovic, I think, will... embarrass Phil Jones, if I'm honest. I'm hoping I'm wrong. Maybe his new contract, new Phil Jones and all that, we'll see. But yeah, feeling positive, we should get the win today. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Obviously drop a sub to the channel if you haven't already as well. But yeah, all in all, come on United, have a great day, enjoy the game and take care. Cheers guys.